it had been expected that the deadline for Robert Mugabe to appear before a parliamentary probe was to have elapsed this Monday. A parliamentary committee member now says no meeting had been scheduled for the 11th of June. Well, according to him, they will be meeting on June the 22nd to finalize their report on the probe. Well, Dua Mavinga now joins me from Johannesburg. He's the Southern Africa Director of the Human Rights Watch. Was it realistic to expect Robert Mugabe to appear before a parliamentary probe in the first place?
No, it was not realistic because Mugabe hides behind collective responsibility, and therefore the authorities, that is the current president, Managua, and his team, should have been the ones to explain what happened to the diamond revenue, because they were collectively in charge during the time that Mugabe was the president. So it would not have made sense for Mugabe to come forward, because in fact there is an interest by the current government not to have Mugabe speak publicly, because that could scuttle, the political dynamics in the ruling party, where a significant number remain loyal to Mugabe.
And tell me, does Mugabe still enjoy immunity from legal action, and can he be made to answer to any charges emanating from his time as president?
No, as a former president, Mugabe no longer enjoys immunity from prosecution from criminal charges. But what is there is de facto immunity, which arises from the simple understanding that whatever he did during his 38 years in office since 1980, he did that together with those that are in power now. His former deputy, Emmerson Mnangagwa, and the current cabinet were his enforcers. They were working for Mugabe and with Mugabe, and therefore to try and hold Mugabe accountable would necessarily mean that they too are complicit and should also be held accountable. In fact, if Mugabe were to testify, then it means that he would be going down with the current administration, which wants to be viewed as a new dispensation, when in fact they are part of the same old gang.
And in your view, how has Zimbabwe transitioned from Mugabe's rule to the leadership of Mnangagwa?
Well, not quite a transition in the sense of a radical change in terms of leadership style and focus. What is there is an attempt mainly at a cosmetic level, politicking and posturing by the Mnangagwa administration to try and paint a picture of a departure from Mugabe's style. But the reality is that the infrastructure that served Mugabe for 38 years remains intact, although Mnangagwa is trying to talk a good game. But the reality is that he is not walking the talk. He has promised free and fair elections in July next month, but we are yet to see action to bring into reality those promises.
Okay, thank you very much for your analysis. That was Dua Mavinga there, Southern Africa Director of the Human Rights Watch.